The increase in terrorism. Why doesn't Portland work with the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force?
That's the group that just busted a man who was allegedly plotting to attack the U.S. Capitol. Tonight, our Chris Woodard is asking tough questions about this. He's live. Chris.
Yeah, and commissioners are debating right now whether or not they should join that task force. And Commissioner Dan Saltzman is very upfront and outspoken on the issue. And he says this all comes down to community safety and political theater.
What do you see as the danger in not being fully involved?
I think the danger of not being fully involved is that things can slip through the cracks, and then we are accountable to our public.
It's a scary thought to some, especially now, as we've seen a terror attack in Paris and a terror plot to kill government officials uncovered in Cincinnati.
I know that they're aware of the continuing evolving nature of the terrorist threat. And we've helped make them aware.
And while the FBI pushes Portland commissioners to vote to bring the city fully into the Joint Terrorism Task Force, Commissioner Dan Saltzman tells me the reason Portland is not is political theater.
It's a bit of a game. It's about J. Edgar Hoover. It's about the Patriot Act. It's about, the bad behavior of Portland police. It's a lot of themes that, as I said, are a little theatrical.
So I went to the FBI to ask, is Portland trading politics for safety?
Is Portland less safe because they're not a full-fledged member?
I can't say this. We have a good relationship with the city of Portland.
I'm told no matter what the city decides, the FBI will continue to communicate with police here. But the FBI wants Portland police fully on board.
We need the expertise of the Portland Police Bureau and their day-to-day interactions with the citizens of the city.
Involvement in the Terrorism Task Force has long been controversial in Portland. In 2001, current mayor and then city commissioner Charlie Hales voted against joining the task force, and he is reportedly not a fan of the current relationship where Portland is involved on a case-by-case basis. He wants to be all in or all out, and opponents are urging the city to pull out of the task force completely.
And rather than going all in, risking our protective civil rights laws here in Oregon, we'd like to see them pull out and engage only when we know that there's a specific threat of terrorism.
And another concern from critics about the current relationship is a lack of transparency. They say they're not getting enough information in annual reports about how police and the FBI are working together now. They say that is the reason they want Portland to pull out. The council will talk about this at a meeting on February 5th. I've also learned that at least one city commissioner has asked for a briefing from the FBI this week in advance of having to make a decision. Live downtown, I'm Chris Woodard for KOIN 6 News.